Hi, this is John Clements. Welcome to the UMass Fruit Advisor. Today is September 21st, 2011. We're at the UMass Cold Spring Orchard in Belchertown, and I'm looking at an apple here called Golden Supreme. Now, Golden Supreme's been around a little while. I've been cropping these trees since 2002. This is a super spindle orchard on M9 rootstock. The trees are planted 2 feet apart. Notice one characteristic of Golden Supreme is it has a tendency to be biennial. Some of these trees are clearly off, while some of these trees have fruit. That's a downside. The other thing about Golden Supreme is it exhibits very uneven maturity. And the fruit, this fruit here, for example, you can see is very intensely yellow, is quite ripe. Whereas this fruit next to it, not quite as yellow, is not quite as ripe. Now, what usually happens is the ripe fruit drop with the uneven maturity, but that hasn't happened this year. I'm not really sure 100% what's going on, but this year that's not happening. Normally I'd expect to see some drop under these trees, but I don't see it this year, maybe because of the light crop. So anyways, it's definitely time to pick this fruit. I'm going to harvest a sample of 10 apples, go in the lab and test it, and let you know what the characteristics are. But in the meantime, again, this is kind of classic Golden Supreme. It will get a slight pink blush on it at times. Some of the fruit will get the pink blush on it. Sometimes some of the fruit's far more intensely pink than others, as you can see. It's a very attractive apple, and I know for a fact it eats well. But because of the uneven maturity and biennial habit of Golden Supreme, I don't think it's been widely planted. It's also a very vigorous tree. These trees on M9, I think Pageum 2 rootstock, I had to top because they were so tall and they're really too big a tree. I don't think it has done very well in this super spindle system. It's just too vigorous, and you can see all these trees have no fruit on them. They probably had fruit on them last year, and then you hit a tree with some fruit on it. That's the biennial habit of Golden Supreme. Okay, here's the Golden Supremes after we've gone through the fruit testing procedure and looking at the starch index. As you can see, it ranges from about a 5 with this darker stained apple to an 8. This is what I mean by the uneven maturity. This apple is very ripe and prone to falling off the tree, whereas this apple really isn't ripe. Now, Macintosh, for example, has pretty even starch patterns, even though they drop too. But looking at some of the other characteristics here, fruit size, the diameter was about 3 inches. We had about a 10% red blush. Firmness averaged 14.6 pounds. It was as low as 12 and as high as about 15 to 16. Soluble solids, surprisingly, was only 9, very low. Soluble solids have been low this year. And comments, bruises easily, prone to pre-harvest drop, biennial bearing. And again, the starch index, I'll probably put down an average of about 7. So these are definitely ready to pick, these Golden Supremes. So there you go. That's the story on Golden Supreme. Overall, I think it's a good apple, but there's better apples during the this harvest period. And I would suggest that you don't plant too many of these Golden Supremes. So that's John Clements for the UMass Fruit Advisor on Golden Supreme. We'll take a look at the next variety I harvest. Take care.